did I just set this up?
Hang on.
Okay, it should be recording that screen. Do you want to log in and start doing things from here?
Yeah, go for it. The username is just you at, by the way.
Oh.
No. Log in there.
It's recording?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, come on.
I don't want to do it.
No, I'm trying to get into this one so I can make sure it's on my...
So to sign up for CoughDrop, you just go to mycoughDrop.com, and it'll look like this. No, it's not. It's Mac. You can open it on your iPad in Safari or Chrome on Android, whatever you've got. If you scroll down to the bottom, then you'll see a little sign up form right here. Somebody can sign up.
Okay, I'll sign up there.
Oh, now you're the supervisor. Awesome. Sorry.
Well, where we're making one account, I'll
No, I
just sign in.
That's all I need right there.
We were just mentioning that they have supervisors. You two both have a supervisor account.
So should I sign up myself or log in under our other account?
Yeah, just sign up again. That's fine.
Okay. Username. What did you sign up as?
UATT.
It doesn't matter if it's a
Can it be
Probably
the same?
duplicate?
Yeah, you're going to have to change it to something else or it'll get mad.
Should put a 1 on there.
Do a UATT 1
Yeah.
There you go.
or 2.
And my email, I think I've signed up for it before. You used you at Central?
That's You can use your emails as many times as you want.
Okay. Oops.
Because everybody's watching.
Pretty much.
Password.
Oh,
CoughDrop.
this login is for evaluation assessment.
That's fine.
Okay, we'll sign up.
Great.
So why do you call it CoughDrop?
So when you've been talking too long and your voice goes hoarse,
Two-month trial.
throw a cough drop in your mouth so people can hear you better.
There you go.
So this is a cough drop for struggling communicators.
I told that to somebody yesterday.
So I'm going to skip this checklist. This is just a nice little setup checklist to help you get started if you're not sure what you're doing. You can always just skip it, just say I'm done with it. So now we can see here's a bunch of, it says, look, here's some example boards that you may want to try out. So we can check out one of them, maybe this Core 60 we like.
Oh, awesome.
When you find one that you like, you just hit set as home, and now it's your home board. And now whenever you go to your home page, see it's downloading it right now. I was trying to keep everything in sync. Whenever you go to your home page, you can just open in speak mode, and then
I
talk.
want to eat bread. I want to eat bread.
And then there you go. You can always exit out of speak mode. Just hit the little profile icon and exit out of speak mode. That's where in your preferences you can set a pin on that and lock things down in case you have somebody that you don't want messing with stuff. But then on this dashboard, you've always got it right there. You can say automatically start it whenever I launch the app, and then it'll automatically go to speak mode. And on this dashboard, you'll start to see sessions. As if you turn on logging, you'll start to see a history of sort of what's happened, so you can get an idea of how often it's being used. You can always review your boards and just kind of get started from here.
So how would you go from here into those reports?
So everybody has a profile. So when you hit your little icon there, you can say My Account, and now you're in the Accounts pages. One of those over here is Reports. So you can check out reports. There's not anything here because I don't have logging turned on. You can change your email address, and you can put a little blurb about yourself.
But that's where you would turn on reports. You go to reports, enable.
You just turn it on.
And this is on the website, not the page, not the app.
It's both. It's the same.
So
Oh, so you have
Hit your little face in the corner there, and exit out of speak mode, and now hit it again, and then you can go to My Account.
okay.
great.
Okay.
So that's on any of the apps
Mhm.
and
The
the
little-
website.
Yeah, one
It
of
just
the
mirrors kind of.
yeah, it's one of the nice things is it is exactly the same if you're on an iPad or Android. It doesn't look like an iPad app. It doesn't look like an Android app. It just looks like CoughDrop,
Okay.
regardless of what device you're on.
Great. So you turn on enabling.
Mm-hmm.
You can set date periods that it's tracking it.
So you
There
can
then?
so you can filter the report by date. So you can say I
Oh,
want to
that's
look at
filtering.
just look at the last 2 weeks versus
Okay.
the last month or whatever.
So now when you said that you can have like grandma and teacher and everybody on under their own little sign in? How do you add?
So when you go to your profile page,
Don't
up
do it
here at
over
the top, there's a little summary, and it shows what your home board is and what devices you've got. And one of those says My Supervisors.
Mm-hmm.
And if you add a supervisor,
So I
you
would
can
add
either
new cat.
you can
The
either
main
just
one.
you can add a supervisor that exists already.
And they can alter when you add a supervisor, but say if you want to add someone who
You don't want touching.
can just use but not alter.
Yep. So there's this little checkbox right here. When you add somebody, you say this supervisor can modify boards for me. So by default, when you add a supervisor, they get read-only access. So they can look at your stuff, but they can't mess with it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have some, a therapist that you want to have edit privileges, then you just go ahead and set that, and then they are allowed to edit your boards for you.
So I can hear.
So where would that person be able to see? I guess there's My Boards or something there.
Yeah.
So that, like,
so
this, let's say this one's my account, and we just shared that with Julia.
So let's do this real quick. We're gonna reciprocate. I want you to type in you at 1 over there and add Kent,
I guess we added the main.
You
one
at
as a
one- yeah,
supervisor. We did
you
the
at
opposite.
one.
of what we
Yeah.
should have done.
and then add him. So now I'm gonna reload just so I have the latest stuff. So now you can see people I supervise. So that, and then I can go to there from here. I can also, on my homepage, when somebody adds you as a supervisor, your homepage changes a little bit. So you can see the people that you supervise. If you hit reload, you'll see it on yours too. So you can really quickly jump to speak mode for their boards. You can look at their reports, their logs. You can just write a quick note based on what's going on for them.
So if you have 5 kiddos, you'll have them listed right on top of each other, and you can just click on whoever you're working with at the time, and their exact boards come up.
Just did an update. I don't have to look at live, but you can see over here what it would look like. Yeah, so then this list would just get bigger if you got multiple people that you're working with.
So say grandma or teacher would have to have, when they go in and sign up or go into my CoughDrop,
Mm-hmm.
They can't add themselves as a supervisor.
right, but when they initially go, say if you give it to grandma, how are they going to go in and find the board initially? Would they have to have all of the initial, like the UAT information?
So the other
in?
thing you can do when you add a supervisor, you can say, let's add a new user, and then you can just create it for them right here. So you can say, Grandma, here's what your username's going to be.
Okay,
Here's
so
your
they would have
password.
their
Just gonna
own-
write it on the
Yeah.
paper.
Yes.
Just
which I
gonna
would
cross
have
out
to.
the wrong
Mhm.
one.
There you go.
So would that be a better way to set it up, or just give them? Well, I guess maybe you'd want them to have read access only and not changing something.
Grandma, yeah, for sure.
Right. Okay.
And
Rather than just giving somebody your username and password.
You can do that.
just to keep it a little bit more secure.
Yeah, it just keeps it a little cleaner.
Right.
And
Gotcha.
I wouldn't make a different one for grandma, grandpa, cousin, whoever. I would make one that says relatives or something, and give them all the exact same one.
Sure.
Just so
yeah.
they're
So you can
using it.
always change your homepage view.
But all those
If you
can
go
be
to
added with
preferences,
under the same
then you
account.
can say, I want
right?
to see the therapist.
It's not like
the
adding a
therapist
new
or the
account.
supporter
It's just
view.
adding a new user to that account, that
Correct.
seat or whatever.
Since it wasn't updating
the
for
head
us,
is
I'm
what
not
you
sure
guys call
why.
it.
So now it
This
looks
is
like
building.
It's really great.
Okay, is there anything else we want to show on this if you're capturing it still?
I don't know if there's something cool that Brian.
Is there anything else that you want to see on
So-
this one?
So, yeah, and then you do the exact same, adding therapists and adding everything under the same thing, give them their own to get
So
in.
show us how to-
on-
oh, we don't have
like if
anybody
the
that's
therapist
connected to
already
it.
has a username, they're working with another kid,
Right.
you want to use that exact same username so that that therapist's dashboard will have all of them together. So you don't want to assign them a brand new
Right.
username.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
This one's just spinning away.
Maybe about adding boards.
So typically the therapist is the one that's going to be doing all this
I know
for
we
them.
kinda
in the
went
first
over
place.
that.
Yeah, so one other thing, if you find a board that you like, this is a board that somebody else made, right? And so you can always, if you click edit, then it's going to say, all right, let's make a copy of this board. And you can pick, as a supervisor, you can say, I want to make a copy for me or for somebody I supervise. I don't have edit permission, so I can't make a copy for you, but I can make a copy for me, and then I'm going to have, let's do
That way you're
this.
not changing the original board.
Yeah, exactly. Because other people are going to see this and be, oh, cool, and they're not going to care that you added bacon, right? Because that's your favorite food, but it's not everybody's favorite food.
Of course it is. Or carrots. We could add carrots.
Carrots, there you go.
Stick with
Seriously. No.
Stick with bacon.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Don't stick with bacon.
So now it's going to make copies of all of the boards that are linked to this. It looks exactly the same, but now I can make whatever changes I want, and it won't mess anybody else up. Oops. So I can rearrange or do whatever I want and go crazy.
So show a little bit more how to edit. So when we put this up, we can.
Sure. So any button that you've got, if you want to make changes to it, there's always this text field, so you can just easily change the label.
Okay.
If there's nothing there yet, if you have a blank button, so let's go ahead and let's clear this. If you have a blank button and you type into it hit enter, then it's going to try to autofill with some kind of picture
Okay.
and some kind of color. But you can always search for images too, so you can search for whatever symbol you want if you see something that you like better. Maybe this is a better example for what we're doing. Or you can use your webcam to take a picture and use that,
Oh my gosh.
because why wouldn't
Isaac
you?
would be so proud.
Why wouldn't
Or you can upload images from your, it was doing this before too.
Yeah, when you added that Oreo to that.
Yeah.
That was good.
I'll fix that when I get home. Pretend like that didn't happen. And then lots of options for what you want buttons to do when they get touched or clicked.
Okay.
What kind of sound you want, things like that.
All right.
So you could record your own voice into that.
You can also put a whole phrase that you want it to say instead of, where the picture is, it says just diaper, but you could put the entire phrase, I need my diaper changed.
yeah.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Super cool.
Did you go over voices? Different voices?
No, we didn't talk about voices. So whatever voices are available on the device, it can use.
Straight from the device.
So for example, on Chrome, well, on a Mac, you're gonna have a ton of voices because there's just all these different voices they've got, and they're all kind of weird. They all sound like different types of robots. The Google voices are pretty good. You got a lot here. I got all those. Even installed some international stuff. So whatever you've got there, you can try out and see.
Do you like my voice?
On
No.
Android and iPad, we're right now actually working on adding a cappella voices. So there's
Okay.
about 100 of them. There's about probably 20 or 30 English voices, maybe 20. But until that's there, on iPad you're stuck with the Siri voice, and on Android you can install custom voices in the system level, and it'll
Right,
use those
yeah.
instead.
You can buy those voices like for 99 cents
Exactly.
each one.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
But we're gonna bake that in too, so you won't have to worry about that for much longer.
So right now you
Alrighty.
just have those, the Siri voice, the male and female, like no kid voices or anything. You don't have any built in.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we're working on right now.
Okay.
There you go.
That's what I was mentioning, like when we'll be out driving, I've got all the places he likes for ice cream, but we found a couple more. I just took a picture of it immediately and threw it in there. So
Right.
that we don't have any wrecks from now on, and it's now in my phone, and so I can just hand it back to him.
Great.